it's important that you have an appetite with everything. My name is Vander Puchert, and I hope you have an appetite to listen to the rest of this episode. This is Finding Frequency. Well, except for messing up the whole introduction or trying to be creative, I wanted to share something, and it's been on my list for the last couple of days, and there's so much that's happened. Someone had a birthday that I kind of pushed it out, but I wanted to capture it here because I think it's quite interesting. And let me stop rambling and share this thought. Now, some background. My friend Roman, I've mentioned him a few times before. He started writing short little bites on Medium, and I will put a link to his Medium in the show notes. And he's been, he's from Liechtenstein. That makes him even cooler. So I have cool friends all over the world, you know. You can't see the smug look on my face at the moment, but yes, I have cool friends. I'm clinging to that. Digressing. So he writes, he's set himself a challenge, and he is writing a note or short piece every day on Medium. And of course, I mean, I can't read all of them. They are there, so you can go and dig through them. But there's one that captured my attention earlier the week, and I find sometimes when you go and you spend a bit of time and you listen to what your friends are saying, there's something always of value in that. I have a few friends who are doing this kind of exercise of creating like their own, or like a window into their world. And the one that Roman posted a few days ago, 4 days by the recording of this, is called Appetite. And it plays really into this idea of doing stuff and continuing to do stuff. And in the article, which I'm not going to read here, I encourage you to go read it, link in the show notes. He talks about his love for books and how he was when he was younger, only read shorter books. 1,000 pages was too much. I was also in that space. But then once you start discovering like awesome books, I remember back in the day in South Africa, I used to want to be a detective. And I discovered Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I started just consuming all the Sherlock Holmes books. I couldn't wait to go to a library. Remember a library? To grab those books and read them. And then also I got really like totally fascinated with history and started reading those books and how those books sucked me in. And in that in itself is a little bit of an insight, because recently I started realizing that sometimes I just can't be bothered by doing something, or I get grumpy. And I think that grumpiness is also aligned with kind of tasting or reading the first few pages of a book. And that book is an analogy for anything that you're doing. A meeting, a conversation with someone, seeing something on television, hearing a politician speak, or your mother-in-law saying something silly. You analyze that statement or that interaction, and then you ask yourself, and these are the 3 questions that Roman is kind of listed in his article. Does it trigger curiosity? Does it evoke emotions? And what am I craving for? And if the answers to those questions are positive, it kind of like then sucks him into this world. And I think that's true for me too. The only thing that I think that I'm doing wrong, and that's why I wanted to share it here, is that sometimes with the things that I do or take on, and then I blame myself for being or wanting to get out of it, is that at the first step, it did not trigger curiosity. It did not align with any emotions, or it didn't evoke any emotions, and it wasn't what I was craving for, or perhaps I was misaligning my hunger for that thing. And I think it's interesting and a good way to analyze what it is you want to do. I mean, something that came across my desk today, for example, is that a friend that I haven't spoken to in some time, 2.5 years. Crazy. We reached out and spoke today. And he invited me to do a project with him. A very small little project. The topic perhaps didn't really trigger so much curiosity. But the fact that I could do a project with him, and also the fact that I could finally do a project with someone in Poland, a businessman in Poland, someone Polish, started tweaking my interest. It started making me feel like this is something I want to do. It evoked some emotions because I felt like, and there's the craving, is that I really want to do something in my adopted country. Because at the moment, with this crazy pandemic situation, I feel like I'm living in Poland and I'm not really doing anything here. I have not found a way to connect with the local community. You know, I've not been able to serve anybody here. And perhaps by looking at these questions and answering them, I'm curious to see where this might go. I am excited and interested in the change that we could drive together. And I'm craving to do something here in Poland with someone who is an entrepreneur and understands the local market. So the boxes are ticked. And I want to say thanks, Roman. You might have gotten me into trouble, but luckily it's not a huge commitment. It's a small little prototype and experiment. And I think it's a good way to look at a lot of things, because if it doesn't tick the 3 boxes, perhaps it's something that you need to skip. And that's a specific lesson for myself. Cool. So I hope that helps. And I would love to know from you if you have anything that you are using to measure things and make your decisions, because damn it, I can make some stupid ass decisions sometimes. And then I post it here with you and share it directly here for the world to hear. Isn't that clever? Cool. I'll leave it there. And thank you once again. I mean it. I appreciate you. I thank you for listening to this. And catch you in the next one. Ciao.